Welcome to 0 to 60.
Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 6-0 Football Academy and 6-0 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling.
Welcome to 0 to 60. Happy Tuesday to everybody out there. June 8th, we are rolling. I'm Matt McChesney. Bailey's on the ones and the twos. The man, the myth, and the legend. Mr. Lawrence Vickers is on the show today, and he'll be joining us to talk about God knows what, but it's going to be fun. I'll tell you that. We are coming to you from the lab down here at 6-0 Football Academy. Make sure you check out everything we do there. We got big shit happening and big shit on the horizon. So, we've got a great show for you as well on Thursday, and we will get into that as we go. But, hey, let's get into this. Let's get going, Bailey. Let's pay some bills and do all that bullshit and introduce LV and roll.
Man, Matt, we got a very, very special show prep for you guys today. Folks, if you're watching, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, become a member of the Dungeon family today for only $2.99. Best $2.99 you ever spent in your life today. Got lots to talk about, but without further ado, our special guest is here, former NFL in Colorado. I'm going to say V-back, our main man. Always having him on the show. Lawrence Vickers joins the show. LV, how you doing, man? Can't thank
What's up, dog?
I ain't seen y'all in a minute. How y'all been, man?
What's up,
Great,
dog?
man.
Good to see your smiling face.
I'm good, man. I'm always talking to y'all too, man.
So right off the bat, how awesome was it being a grandpa?
Man, that shit is so cool. For real, man. I'm loving it. She's not much. She's here now. She's in the room now, chilling. Yeah, man. I'm
little
loving
peanut, like a sleep on your chest.
Oh yeah. I mean, she don't. Her dad's stingy. He don't let her sleep on my chest. But as much as I can get, you know what I'm talking about? He's selfish, man. He don't be wanting to.
Hey, well, up, man. You know how that is, dude. There ain't nothing like your babies.
Yeah,
Oh, you might be getting a call.
They calling me.
Man, it's so great to have LV back on the show, Matt. He always brings the juice. Always love having him on Fridays right before CU would play the next day, presumably. Man, that was the best having him in the season, Matt. Man, before as he figures things out with his technology, he's probably getting a call. Matt, I believe we're going to talk about this kid in a sec. But I believe, don't we have a special guest on Thursday as well that you may want to announce?
Yeah, the new commit, Big Payne, is going to join us on the show. So excited to get him on and then learn about the new commit, the 6'7", 325-pound tackle. So he got flipped. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And it seems like, yesterday we're talking about people panicking and recruiting, and today they're committing people. So that's how this works.
Absolutely.
All right, he's back. We're back. All right, LV. First of all, thanks for coming on the show, bro, as usual. Now that we've kind of separated Shador and Travis and what happened last year, going 9-4, back to respectability. What do you think about the current state of the program moving forward here?
Man, you know how I feel, man. We on the way fucking up. That was just the start, bro. Like, don't get it twisted, man. Them young guys coming in there, they got shoes to fucking fill. They want to have their own shit. They want to have their own memories, man. And, Shador and Travis, they really just set the bar for what you got to be doing if you want to be remembered in Boulder. So, shit, the ceiling is fucking high. I mean, excuse me, French, the ceiling is high. So,
it's okay. You can curse on the show.
Compete, bro. I'm looking for guys to come in and compete. I don't think we taking no step back. That shit don't even sound right. Step back?
Yeah, it doesn't sound right, especially with Salter and Juju in the quarterback room and the competition there. Caden Salter's a dude. Like this kid can really play. I like Juju a lot too. I think we've got a great quarterback room. Talk about those two quarterbacks in a run-heavy offense that I think we're going to get.
Let me say this. What I think the plan is to see which guy who gonna want it the most, man. And I think competition only makes guys better. I totally believe in that. I think if you got two guys who's the best, shit, both of them gonna be the best. Because if one playing now, the other one got to come in. He gonna try to stay on his shit. You know, that's just how it goes. It's like you got two good running backs. They gonna push each other to make each other better. Neither one of them gonna want to come out the game, so they trying to get the tater. I just think the more competition, the more dogs we got at each spot, only gonna make the competition level go up. And if you competing at practice at a high level, the game is gonna be a breeze. The game.
Absolutely.
I think they're getting better at that too. They're learning how to practice. They're learning how to compete. You know, losing guys like they did last year, I think they've done a really good job replacing them with other quality players. I mean, I don't know how you replace Travis Hunter, but we'll see. They did a really good Shador. You know, usually when you lose a quarterback like that, there's a severe drop-off. Let me ask you this. Marshall Faulk's running back coach. You were in a room with some really good backs, all of you guys NFL players. How cool would it be to have Marshall Faulk as your fucking running back coach, bro?
Man, I had fucking Eric Bieniemy.
I
had Eric Bieniemy, brother. Hey, man, it don't get no more fucking cooler than that. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. All-time Colorado fucking great NFL player. He's from New Orleans. This was my fucking running back coach. And think about it. You got a Super Bowl champion as a running back coach?
That's the thing. Like, you had EB, they had Marshall Faulk. Like, why wouldn't you want to play for this man?
Why? This what I think. And my whole thing is this. If you can't get it from him, who the fuck can you get it from?
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody.
If you can't get it from him, if going to work with Marshall Faulk every day don't get you like shit, my next step is the lead. If your brain doesn't transfer over into that, what the fuck you even in Colorado for?
I mean,
I hope the players are watching.
Right, yeah.
Because this makes me want to like run through a fucking wall. God, LV.
You have your dream one step ahead of you, and you have a fucking dream maker who's been where you at right there. Man,
I mean, the entire staff.
Lying to be trying to be coached by Marshall Faulk, bro.
Just look at the staff. Every fucking buddy on the staff.
Being coached by him, bro. Because that's
Yeah.
like you don't get that, bro. Like it is a privilege to have somebody who's been where you at and who exceeded at the ultimate high level and who also kicked ass and won a Super Bowl to even be able to learn some shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I mean, I look at the I look at the coaching staff, bro. And they got Domitel Pecco. They coaching the D line. They got fucking Andre Gerard.
Yeah.
They got fucking Marshall Faulk. They got Coach Prime. It's just everything. Pat. They got everybody. It's all NFL guys, and it seems like a very NFL ran environment. You know, yesterday we were talking about recruiting, and they just committed this big tackle from Florida, who's a really good player. We got him on the show on Thursday, but like there's only 5 commits, and people are kind of like, oh, what are we going to do? And I think that they're the best at finding the quality mercenaries in the free agent market, which is the transfer portal, and bringing them in. And their team right now, LV, they are fucking huge up front, bro. Like if you thought they were big when you were there, they are like. Larry Johnson makes Sam Wilder look like Sam plays tight end. Sam's 330. Like this motherfucker, he's huge, dog. The right guard, the kid from Memphis, is a fucking eater. He's gonna kill people at the point of attack. And Jordan Seaton is, in my opinion, as a guy who evaluates offensive linemen and works with guys, he's totally committed to his body. He's changed his body completely. He's put on a ton of weight. He's strong as fuck. His feet are fast. He's first team all Big 12 preseason. I think he's the best tackle in America. So we could go from like having 2 years ago, having a line that we were like, oh my God, this is terrible. Last year, they're getting a little better. And this year, they could be fucking elite up front, bro. And if you're elite up front in Boulder, you're going to kick people's asses. So just I mean, you know Andre Gerard. I played against Dre in college a lot. I played against Dre in the NFL. I personally think him and Richie Incognito are the best two I ever played against. Like guys where you're like, fuck, dude, this guy is wearing me the fuck out. Fuck.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's not a good feeling. So talk about what you think this offensive line and the running game can do behind Gerard, Coach Hang, Gunner, and Marshall Falk. What the fuck? Do you believe I just said that?
They got like, you remember when the Lakers had like all the players? They had Karl Malone. They had, like that's the type of, yeah, that's the type of shit they got going on in Boulder, bro.
It's crazy.
Let me say this. I think Prime took a step back last year and looked at his coaching staff and said, you know what, I'm gonna give them even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to give these kids even more of a chance, more of an opportunity. You feel me? Like, that's what I feel like he did. And he said, you know what? I'm going to break it even closer. I'm going to get somebody who right there where you trying to go. I'm going to get somebody who just left from where you trying to go. And I ain't going to talk about somebody who just made a pit stop. I'm talking about motherfuckers who stayed.
That's
time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Who played. People who won. People who've been great.
Hall of Fame player.
So now you're being coached by somebody who actually plays your position?
Yeah.
I mean, people don't. I'm glad you brought that up. But I'm glad you brought that up. Like, think about this. How many times you guys get coached by a guy who didn't play the position? Like, I had an offensive line coach in the NFL that played linebacker. Like, dog, what the fuck you going to teach me about offense? I just got moved from D-line. I need somebody to teach me how to play this shit. You played linebacker. So just talk about the importance of that alone, just being coached by somebody that actually did the shit.
The importance, one thing that I could take from, I can go back to us being coached by Eric Bieniemy, somebody that actually played where I was going. He knew things that we didn't know that we would actually need. You feel me? One of the things he said, hey, I don't give a damn what you do. You're gonna have to know how to pass block. Because if you don't know how to pass block, they ain't gonna keep your ass in the game on third down. This is something that I took into my mind and was like, okay, I want to be on the field more. I learned how to pass block. Now first, second, and third down. I can be on. Now they ain't got no reason to take me off this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if I learn what the linemen do, now I'm a access to the linemen. So now if they miss up, I know where they're going. I know how to hit the right person the right way to where the running back trying to go. You feel me? All these little bitty details make sense. He said, stop learning what the fuck you got to do and learn what everybody got to do. If you learn what everybody got to do, then you're going to be able to play faster, right? These are things, little bitty traits that you learn. He said, hey, watch the defense's hand. When he go down 3 times, when he put his hand down 2 times, when he put his hand down like this, or when he cock back. All these give you different signs of blitzes, what type of form. All these little bitty tricks and traits you get from a person that play that much more better. So now when I'm studying, I'm watching how people feet placement. I'm watching their hands. All this shit is to give me a cheat sheet so I can go out there and kick your ass even better. Make sense? But you only get that you only get that from the person who been in that midst like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's always little bitty fine details that come from the person who actually did it versus the person who didn't.
When are you coming to Colorado, motherfucker? Which game are you coming to? Because I gotta put my hands on you. When are you coming to Denver?
Man, I'm coming this summer, bro. Actually, I'm gonna be there at the end of July.
Well, shit, that's in a couple of weeks.
I want to come see how camping shit gets started. I want to come here.
Fucking A. All right. Well, that's good. When you come out here, we'll do a show. We'll do a show in person and shit, and then I'll tackle your ass. Bailey, you got any questions for LB?
Man, I got so many questions, LB. It's awesome having you on the show. You always bring the juice and the energy. One thing I wanted to ask you about, and this is something that we've had debated on this show. We had Chad Brown on the show and got his take on it. The jersey retirement, Colorado retiring Shedeur and Travis's jersey number. What was your reaction to that as a Colorado alum yourself?
I got 2 feelings. My first feeling would always be they deserve every bit of what the fuck they got. They deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve it. If anybody deserves it, they deserve it, right?
Right.
They transformed, they did some things within our program that haven't been done in a while. But the other thing I would say is them motherfuckers like me, Tez, we fucking deserve it too.
Right. Yeah.
Like, we was here when nobody was at this motherfucker. You hear me? We was here when the shit was stinking and nobody even wanted to come to the game. Me and Ted still at that motherfucker. Every year. Supporting, doing shit for free. So if I gotta, put us in there too. That's the only thing I have to say about it. I'm not hating on no next man. Whatever the fuck they did deserve, they deserve it. Motherfucker, we deserve it too.
Well said.
Yeah, man. And look, I feel
Rick Smith, Chaz, and Lawrence fucking Vickers deserve it too.
Yeah. There's a lot of great players at the university. Should it be more? So you think it should be more?
Yes, it should be more. I'm talking about me and you right now. It should be other guys that deserve that same shit too. Period.
I really like that. More is better.
Period. I don't give a damn about what the rules is. Evidently, you broke the rules because you broke them and you wanted to. So now since you broke the motherfuckers, ain't no more rules.
Ain't no more rules. You might as well just, hey, if you're a baller, you're a baller.
Tell Fedor and Trav, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I fucking appreciate it. Like I said, you can't. I'm not one of those other guys who's gonna hate on what the young guy. I love it. I'm fucking with it. Yeah, y'all made it better for us, and that's what's supposed to happen.
Well, I mean, think about it. You walk in the indoor facility, and how many guys? They may not be on the stadium, but how many guys are on the pillars? DH is on the Darian Hagan's on the pillar. Andre Gerard's on the pillar. Matt Russell's on the pillar. Alfred Williams is on the pillar. Phil Lindsay's on the pillar. You know, like these are all. That's a fuck. That fucking means something big time. Like that's huge. Jean Salon's on the pillar. EB's on the pillar. Like that almost needs to be brought into the conversation as well, in my opinion. And the other side of the stadium, where you have the unanimous All-Americans, like. I think maybe Colorado can do a better job of trying to explain exactly how they're trying to honor the ex-players. Because to say that you're not on the stadium, but you're in the stadium, you got an entire pillar with your name and every accomplishment you did on it. Inside, you're the foundation of the stadium, bro. You don't need to be on the inside. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
But what about those things that you don't see? Because every grade is not always in the stadium.
And that's true. So
you know what I'm saying? There's some shit
you've been in the locker room several times. You know they've got the NFL wall in there. They have the NFL wall.
Look at the shit you did. You ended up playing both sides of the ball, bro.
I was okay. I was okay.
You get it, Chance? That's just. Hey, you don't want to give yourself credit, motherfucker. I'm gonna give you credit. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Man, hard. You played both sides of the ball, and you did the other one when you went to the NFL. So that's even fucking harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, man, that shit's supposed to be applauded, bro. It's supposed to be recognized, and they're supposed to do something about it.
You're fucking changing my mind on this really quick.
Coach Fournette called you a unicorn, Matt, for a reason. Remember that?
Fournette did call me a unicorn.
I'm telling you, bro. Unordinary shit that's being done is supposed to be applauded, bro. Period. Trav and Shador already set the stage for it even more. That's what they did. They broke the rule book down. So you know what? The rules shouldn't even fucking matter. It should. Only thing to matter was your impact on being here at the University of Colorado. If you had a hell of a fucking
and no one could question Shador's or Travis's impact.
No,
I mean from a playing standpoint, from a number standpoint, from an award standpoint, and from a making us respectable again standpoint, they did their jobs.
They did.
They did their fucking jobs,
and they opened up the door for other people.
And there are dudes fucking flowing in. Like we're going more after transfer portal guys. That's true. But there are young guys in high school that are very attracted to it as well. So
that's the game now. Think about it. If you can go get somebody who, hey, I'm going to get a player who like, hey, man, I'm trying to get to the fucking league right now. Not, I want to come in and learn. That was the whole thing about the portal. That's why they opened it up. But it did make it harder for kids who coming out of high school now. So now if you ain't got your shit together coming out of high school, you sitting on the back burner because there's a dude right down the street who want it right now.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
So
nature
either
of the
you
game.
get there and bust your ass, or you ain't.
Yep.
Hey man, it's gonna always go to the dude who wanted more, and that's what it's supposed to be. Because this shit is competition. There ain't no shit that's being handed out. Football ain't like that. You got to compete, motherfucker, and you got to make the team every year.
Yeah.
You got to make team every year. Am I lying?
No, dude, that's
You got to make that
that's
motherfucker
real.
every
That's
year.
beauty
real.
of the fucking game. Like that,
I don't give a
I
damn how
always
much
say
you
it's a
got.
grunt game. It's a
You could
grunt
have
game.
got 50 million. Guess what? Come next year, you still got to make that fucking team.
And because they can just be like, oh, by the way, none of that's guaranteed. You're cut.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you're like, fuck!
So if you want to get them players more ready for the NFL and what they about to be having going on, keep it like that. Transfer portal open and high school open. If you want this
So,
shit,
okay.
take it most serious.
So here's I got two more questions for you. I'll ask one, Bailey asks one, and then we'll get you out of here on my last one. They've allotted about $20 million now to big time athletic programs. That's what CU gets, Georgia, blah, blah, blah. Big time programs. You got that much money to pay your athletic department. So about $5 million goes to other sports, $15 million goes to football. There's young guys in my program. Now I'm representing a lot of my players that are going to make good money, really, really good, life-changing money if they do it right. And they're not acting like fucking morons when they think they get a check that's life-changing, but only if you know how to flip it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so give me your opinion on this. I mean, bro, I would have loved to gotten paid when we were at CU. We were in the fucking Big 12 title game every goddamn year, it seemed. Like, there's a lot of revenue behind that kind of fucking press. So you thought about, the allotted money now towards the players, plus the ability to go make NIL.
I say this, man, we fought for the kids to be able to have this. All it is just kudos to us and what we did, right? And it's always gonna be like that. We fought for shit so they could have it. They fought for shit so we could have it. It's a give and a take with this shit, right? Mm-hmm. And if you ain't with change, then your ass is gonna be stuck in the past, right? I'm with the change. I'm with, if you can go get that shit and change your family life now, why have to wait 4 more years? Because if I could have changed my family life when I was a freshman versus having to wait 4 years to go to the fucking NFL, I would have did it right then and there.
Absolutely.
You know how much shit happened in between my freshman year and senior year that I wish I could have took care of?
A ton of shit.
Yeah. So
I mean, just think about like having the ability. Think about Gary Barnett handing you a $500,000 check and saying, "Go to class, do your job, do everything right, bro. You pay me $500,000 in college, I'll never leave my house."
I had my motherfucking mom and dad down there living with me. Hey, bro, my brothers and sisters been the whole Vickers family at that motherfucker. Do you?
God damn. So yeah. I think the motivation alone to get that kind of bread when you're that age, if they're not listening to the old heads say, "Bro, I got an $800 check a month and I couldn't get a job. It was illegal." Like now you can make $1 million as a freshman?
I will say this. The NFL should be happy about this because what it did is it's going to iron out the guys who don't really want it, right? And then you're not going to have that bullshit when you get to the NFL. You just get some money. Now you're going to fuck up and fuck up.
You're not going to get Jamarcus ruffled?
Yeah, you will know now. So it is a plus to it because now you get the money. Now you're going to know, hey, do he really want it or was he just out this motherfucker fucking around? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta do different shit to get the answers you want, right? So now I feel like they will get the answers now to where now when they get to the NFL, we don't have to worry about too many kids just getting money and now wanting to fuck up and do a whole bunch of bad shit. Make sense? So
absolutely,
I think it is a plus to it.
Yeah, it matures you faster.
Yeah.
Because if you get handed a check and the first thing you do is go, "I'm going to buy a fucking Escalade and some fucking rims and go to the strip club and we're going to get fucked up. Bottle service." That is bad.
I know what you're here for now. Thank you. I appreciate that. Take a check. Hey, we no longer need service. You hear me?
Appreciate
I know you ain't here to play ball. I know you ain't here to play ball no more. All right, Toodle. Sometimes people are afraid to get the answers they want to know, right? But when you put it all out there, you either gonna get your answer or you're gonna find out what it is.
And look, I'm gonna end the financial conversation with this part and let Bailey get his question in. but you're a vested veteran. You have your full pension, just like I do, LV. And we're, bro, like I'm 44 in November. I'm 1 year away from I could take my pension if I want to. You're 2 years away. So I'm sitting there 20 years or 15 years ago when I retired when I was 30. I was like, oh, that's so far away. Why can't I just get my money now? And now I get my 401k and my annuity stuff, and I see the fucking markets are through the roof, and like I'm making money, and it's just happening hand over fist every year. The importance, young guys, of understanding that this game is you could be on top of the world one day and you're fucked up the next day and you can never play again, dog. And this could happen to the very best of us. So the importance of understanding the relevancy of your body and the money that's attached to it when you're 18, rather than learning it when you're 22, when you get to the league. Like I don't know if it's just me being dumb when I was young, but I didn't equate the importance of my scholarship and all the money behind that with like being as serious as I could have. If they would have handed me a $70,000 check though, and I had to pay for it myself, and like it was my money, I guarantee you I would have done it differently, because the minute I got paid in the league, I was like, I just locked myself in the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? So just go off of that a little bit as a guy who has his vest, because so many guys don't.
I would say I can't wait till 45 as well. But at the same time,
a fucking nice check, bro.
Yeah, hey, I
hey,
can't.
Batman, we're going to Hawaii.
Hey, it's a lot of stuff going on in between those times. So a lot of people think you can really have time to focus, right? That's bullshit. By the time I'm learning this playbook and getting ready for the next week, and then I got to learn a whole nother fucking playbook the next week, our mental capacity into making sure we understand what's going on in the game and making sure we can get this check versus trying to push for further on down the future, that shit don't work like that. You got to be in the game in order to be in the game. And think about the future and all. Man, that shit don't happen like that. You're going to get your ass knocked out or get your ass fired.
You better focus on the next rep.
So next fucking rep. That's what matters. Every day counts. So all this, I think about the future. Man, that shit don't work like that. You got to think about right here and right now. Else this is another motherfucker who they finna bring in tomorrow to come see if he want to take your motherfucking spot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit be kind of like wood clothing. You know what I'm saying? It looks like one thing is dressed up this way, but it really be a whole nother thing, right? So as soon as you lose focus on what you came there for and trying to think about the future, your ass gonna be outside that door. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta focus on the game, man. And until we done with the game, do our mind open up and start thinking about other things? That's just how I look at it.
Fair. About 10 more minutes here with LV on 0 to 60. Bailey, I know you got another question, and then I got one more for 17, and we'll get him out of here.
LV, I can't thank you enough for joining, bringing the juice. I think you've already kind of highlighted it in the beginning. I mean, your expectations for CU going into 2025, obviously we talked about, they got Kadon Salter, who I'm really high on, and Juju obviously backing him up as well. Your expectations for CU going into 2025 and then expectations within the Big 12.
Expectations going in, I still say we get 9 to 10 wins. I'm really looking, I want a double-digit win season this year.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be running the ball a little bit more this year because we got a couple, the quarterback situation. I think we're going to be running a little bit more. Not a lot more, just a little bit more. But I still think our bread and butter is our quarterback, and I think we're going to be passing the ball still. I think our defense is going to be better. Offensive line should be a whole lot better. So I'm looking for us to just take the next step upward. Whatever upward is from last year, that's what I'm looking for.
Absolutely. And
all right, so who's our rival? We don't play CSU. U of H.
Oh,
H-time, bring that motherfucking ass down here.
That's week 3.
Yeah,
week 3.
H-time.
I know you're gonna be there. There's no doubt in my mind.
Hey man, Colorado in Houston, make that a rivalry.
I'd be with that shit. How about K-State?
Who he say K-State?
Yeah, fuck them, by the way.
It's fucking boring out there.
It is boring, but Nebraska was boring too. But yeah, we played them last. Like they set us up. They set it up. So the last game of the season is CU at K-State.
It was like 2 gang rivalries, Nebraska and us. That's different.
Yeah,
I want us to have somewhere fun. Motherfuckers gonna want to go. The opposite of the cold is the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is Manhattan, Kansas just sucks.
I need you to get some sun. I need you to get some sun, get a fucking tan. Come on down.
Houston's way fucking cooler than Manhattan. There's no doubt. All right, motherfucker. I love you. I will see you soon here at the end of July. Thank you so much for coming on the show. The great Lawrence Vickers, give it up.
That's the man.
Go Bucks.
Peace.
Shots of
that is the man right there.
Man. Join the show.
My favorite teammate maybe ever in the history of fucking football is Lawrence Vickers. I mean, if you want to get hyped, if you want to have the pregame fucking speech of a lifetime, it's just nothing better, bro. Like in practice, talking shit, fucking leader, wore a C on his chest, will line you up. If you are not fucking ready to tackle him, he will run you the fuck over like you've never been ran over before in your life. So yeah, LV's a great buff and very interesting. A lot of the shit he had to say, Doug. Like, you know, I really, it gets me thinking because now I'm looking at the perspective of one of my best friends, like this, the way he thinks, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, perspective.
All right, what else we got to talk about here today, Bailey, before we get you out of here? I know your show's on in about 15 minutes.
Matt, let's discuss. We've already brought it up, but we got this guy on the show on Thursday. But Colorado lands a new commitment in the class of 2026 from Xavier Payne. Matt, we talked about Xavier Payne a few weeks ago when he came up and visited Colorado, and he sat down with Jordan Seaton, and shout out to Scott Proctor. Some great journalism from him.
DNVR again, fucking knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, kicking ass, man. But Scott posted this a few weeks ago, talking about Jordan Seaton, and really this excerpt of Jordan trying to really flip Xavier Payne. About a couple, I think, 6 days later, we see Xavier Payne decommits from Florida State, and then follow that up a week or so later, Xavier Payne lands with Colorado. Matt, how are you feeling about this commitment? Massive commitment in the class of 2026 for Colorado. Colorado's up to 6 commitments, Matt, in the class of 26.
How do I feel about it? I feel like he's going to be on the show on Thursday to talk about committing to the University of Colorado because that's what we do here. We give you what you can't get anywhere else, son. So make sure you're glued to this sumbitch on Thursday. What time are we doing Thursday? Noon again?
Noon again on Thursday.
Right, noon again on Thursday. Get your mind right. It's going to be a great show. I think he's big. I think he's physical. I think that he has a ton of potential.
Yep.
But again, he's a developmental tackle too. Like he knows that. He's coming into a situation where there's solidified starters in front of him. Yep. Come in early and roll. Red shirt, get your mind right, and let's fucking go. So it's hard to find 6'4" or 6'7" fucking maulers. So I'm glad we got one. You know, if you're gonna lose Deacon Schmidt, go get fucking Big Payne and steal him from Florida State. That's the way you fucking recruit right there, CU. I'm proud of that shit.
Yeah,
they didn't just flip. They didn't just get this kid and find him. They stole his ass from Mike Norvell.
Flipped him from FSU. Like
straight stole his ass. They brought him on a recruiting trip. He was committed to Florida State, and Prime said, you're going to be a buff. And he said, yes, sir.
I gotta give a lot of credit to. I think Seaton and that. I can't sit here and
Jordan Seaton is one fucking recruiting sumbitch, bro.
Yeah.
He's got it down. He can definitely get in your ear for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. But nonetheless, Colorado lands Xavier Payne, class of 2026. He was committed to Florida State a few weeks ago, and now he's a buff, Matt. Little update going into this week here. Big 12 media days are going down this week, actually, as we speak, Matt. And presumably the schedule here reads, Coach Prime will be speaking, taking a press conference and speaking tomorrow on Wednesday. So I'll be live tomorrow with Alcorn State coach Leroy Frederick to react to this and also discuss some other things.
Thursday, what I'm talking about.
In the HBCU world. Yeah, Thursday, we're going to have a lot to talk about. But that's a little update. Hopefully we hear from Coach Prime. He's set to speak tomorrow around, I think, what does it say? 1:20 Central Time. So stay tuned for that, folks. That's going to be interesting.
I'm just glad he's there and he's feeling healthy and ready to go again. So that gives me a lot of faith that things are looking up.
Absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. Matt, as we close out here, we're going to close out on some funny notes here. But, Matt, On3 Sports posted an interesting list that I want to get your reaction to. They posted a list of the top 10 teams most likely to make their first college football playoff appearance. And
Kansas State
and Nebraska are on the list, Matt. How does that make you feel?
Look, we lost to both of them last year, and I know that LV may not consider K-State that big of a rival, but I do.
I know you do. Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s here in Boulder when Bill Schneider built that fucking place into a powerhouse. And we went 3-2 against them, and my senior year, we beat them on the last play of the game. And, like, if you didn't bring your lunch pail against these guys, Darren Sproles and company would make you look fucking dumb. So the fact that K-State and Nebraska are on this list and we're not, I think people are extremely undervaluing our quarterback position and offensive line. And we already have the skill players, and they already have the system that works too, and they're going to run the ball more on top of the system with RPOs. These are all things I know because I talked to Pat about this for like 45 fucking minutes at the camp when I was there, and I believe that he's going to do the things he's going to say he's going to do because Caden Salter is that kind of dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think that if you look at NCAA 25 or 26, that's what it is, 25,
yeah,
right?
NCAA,
25.
Yeah, college football, NCAA.
I'm not saying that that's a precursor on whether or not you're good or not, but last year people freaked out when CU was an 87 and Travis Hunter was a 99 and Shedeur was as good as he was. And then they went 9-4 and Shedeur won the Johnny Unitas and Travis won the fucking Heisman and every other award other than the Thorpe, which I don't understand still. So I think CU is going to be pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah.
And if that can't, I'm telling you, the K-State game at the end of the year, if they can figure out a way to be a one-loss Big 12 team at the end of the year going to Manhattan, because they'll lose a game in the Big 12 as well. Everybody will probably lose one, at least the guys that are competing for the top spot. And you can beat Arizona State the week before at home. You can find a way to win at West Virginia. You take care of BYU at home. Like your hard games are at home. The game in Salt Lake City freaks me out because Utah's always a pain in the ass, especially there. But that game in Manhattan might be for all the fucking marbles, bro. It might be for a playoff spot. So that's the way that you build rivalry with those purple pussy fucking. I hate them. I hate them. I respect the shit out of them, but I fucking hate them. So it's I'm very eager to see how that goes because we need a new consistent rival in the Big 12, and that's the Big 12 setting it up. Yeah. They did it last year too. Oklahoma State was the defending conference champion. They put them last against CU, and Oklahoma State shit all over themselves and got shut out 52-0.
Yeah, rest history.
But they did win the Big 12 the year before. So
yeah.
What are we talking about? You know, K-State was a 9-win team last year. They think that CU and K-State are going to be pretty good. That's why they set the schedule up like that. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and if you're talking about rivalries, I like what LV said about Houston. I mean, I really think they're going to be
awesome.
They're going to be a sleeper in the Big 12, man. I really think they got.
Well, just think about when they start recruiting. Yeah, when they start recruiting the way that they can down there and just keeping those players home, and they're really 5 years into the Big 12 and established. Bro, that's a fucking sleeping giant right there, homie.
Yeah, Coach Fritz is a hell of a coach. They're going to be just fine. And I was like, and I heard LV say that. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a test for CU, but I can't.
I mean, that's where LV's from. You know how many fucking great players we pulled out of Houston when I played at CU, bro? It was like every other guy was from the fucking ward in Houston. Like, oh, no shit. We're going to be pretty good. I think we're going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, folks, we're going to be live here on Thursday, noon Mountain Time with new Colorado 2026 commit Xavier Payne. We got him joining the show, and we're also going to react to Coach Prime, who's supposed to make an appearance at Big 12 Media Day tomorrow. So we'll stay tuned for that. I'll be live tomorrow with Coach Fred reacting to that. But if you guys are watching, head on over to my show here. I got Ryder, Texas Longhorns analyst, joining the show here in about 5 minutes. So head on over there. I dropped the link. And Matt, great show. Great having LV on, bringing the juice. Always love having him on. Can't wait to have him back on during the season. Any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Nah, man, everybody have a good day. Go over and watch Bailey.
Great show, folks. Hit that like button, subscribe, become a member of the Dungeon family. We'll see you on Thursday with Xavier.